And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Graveyard Keeper. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And we've got some work cut out for us that we gotta do. What order we attempt all this in is gonna be up for debate. But we're gonna try to get this one done. I guess he'll probably show up tomorrow. So let's head over to the witch, because we got a couple things to do. We can turn in two elements of a quest here. We have the money, so money's not an issue. So I'd like to turn in the pumpkin and do the that other element that I can't think of right now. But we're gonna head over there and we're gonna start dealing with the witch. Hopefully we get there before she leaves. I think she's out there every day, except maybe Sundays. The Sunday holy day. So let's give her the food. This is from your sisters. There's no such thing as a good apple. I hate apples. And then here's your money. And then there's our magic pumpkin. And then we can turn that into the box, I believe. And that gives us 10 silver for now. And since we have a handful of things we gotta do, we may as well start... Whoops. Went a little too low there. We may want to start thinking of some other things that we can try to accomplish. So we'll make our way back to the camp after turning this in. So we need to figure this out. But at least that's done. Well, then all there is to figure out is producing for the turn-in. Okay. So that's squared away. It's getting dark, so Numbnuts should be arriving for his thing. I want to say... Got embalming done. We might want to look at the preparation place level 2 to see what we unlock over here. I can't... In theology, it's like this would be nice, but we're pretty far from that. And when it comes to building everything, we're here, for the most part. We can't do carved wood, so there's that. But, you know, there's a few things, actually, we could pursue. At the church. We were talking last time about stained glass windows. And I believe we have everything to do it. You know what? And since we're not going in the dungeon right away, let's put some carrots in. And I see I have food in my inventory, probably to take up north. So we're probably going to head up there and figure out what it takes to make a tent. And drop off a bunch of water and food. So we can start that process too. So we need 2 jewelry, which I think we have. 5 parts and 4 glass. So we'll look at the 4 glass and the 2, in a sense, jewels. I think we have the means to make all that. And then the 4 complex parts. And that way we can look and see how we gotta go about creating it. All that stuff. Let's go ahead and process some more beer while we're sitting here. I think I'm going to start stockpiling those materials too, for reasons of my own. Ah, we need faith. So we need at least 4 faith. Okay, that's not a body. We didn't see the little body marker. That means that the donkey came and picked up the pumpkin. How much faith are we actually even sitting on? I don't think we have any. Okay, we don't have any faith, so that would explain... Okay. So let's work on what's up north with regards to helping the refugees. And we could also talk to the dude up there, for the vampire quest. Start trying to figure out what the hell we need to do with that. Okay, so let's take out this material. And we'll take out these burgers and start using them too, because there's no other purpose, I guess. Oh, we could drop them off, I guess. As part of our food requirement. I kind of regret not talking to the merchant. And double checking, because green jelly, I just don't know where we're going to find any at this point of the game. Like clockwork, we're always getting beeswax out of that, so the more of those we can build, the more often we can make candles. That's all I gotta say about that. So, yeah, if I didn't, I'm under the impression I could have probably not have had this problem earlier, but oh well. So refugee happiness is 4 out of 4. Still got tons of water. They haven't even touched the water. And so we need to... Okay, so it only takes 4 of those and 2 silks. So we need some wood. There we go. That's one way to get it. We need 2 more. Alright. I'm sure we can find another bristled bush somewhere. Oh, well, actually, you know why they're not? Because they don't need it, because there's permanent water right there. That's 4. Let's grab a few more here. That way we have enough to do it twice if necessary. Alright. Not sure what the free place is, but... about the vampire. Mr. Ulrich, the nearby village is greatly alarmed at the thought of vampires. What did you say? Master Ulrich said the closest village... Village where? When? No, not village. The closest village they are concerned... Oh god. Age of Empires? Vampires! I'm talking rubbish. I'd rather believe in the fluffy yellow rabbit that called down the lightning. So you doubt vampires exist, but the villagers saw them, witnesses, victims. They don't merely doubt they exist, I'm absolutely sure of it. The joke's on you, my poor boy, isn't it obvious? It doesn't bother me anymore, such nonsense, alright? He forgot to cover the green sore on his wrist. Astrologer said that's a sign of a vampire on a bad diet. Stay out the tent at night and keep an eye on Alaric. Well, it's gonna be morning soon anyway, so that's not gonna matter so much. I'm And that should keep him happy for a little while. And the refugee happiness is not high enough. Because I guess whenever you bring new refugees in, they're not too keen on that. But I appreciate it, my friend, especially now we've almost run out of fresh water. Glad to be useful. I asked the old servant to inform my friends in town that we're ready to take them in. This one extra tent is enough, right? I'm not sure. There are dozens of people on the Inquisitor's list, and I'll set up one more tent. It'll be good, but we're still having trouble with food, and any new people only aggravate the problem. Obviously, you need a garden for growing vegetables. Looks like there's no problem you can't solve, Graveyard Keeper. Build a garden. Build one more tent. Okay, no time for regrets. Mr. Right, look for the future. Marquise, do you know anything about the vampires? One of them is terrorizing the village, and I suspect it might be one of us. Impossible. I know all of these people quite well. When you share a cell, it makes it you especially close. What about Master Ulrich? Ulrich, I don't think so, but I couldn't guarantee it. Then he's our prime suspect. Okay. So that didn't build us anything new here, as far as with regards to that. So in order to build fences, we need 12 billet, 24 flitch. And to add a new resident, we need 5 more happiness. So that's going to take a little while, I think, to actually produce that happiness. Let's start heading back towards our facility. We'll grab this honey along the way. So we need 24 flitch and 12 billets. And we'll produce that and have it on hand. And we'll come back here by the day the Inquisitor is up at his place. And we'll see if their mood should improve. It should, dramatically even. So hopefully that'll improve in such a way that we could benefit, the visit. And have everything ready to build the 2 extra things that they need. Another tent and possibly more refugees. And then it's just a matter of bringing in more refugees at that point. And yeah, anytime we go to town, we gotta pick up eggs. So we can make our omelette. Omelette. Omelette du fromage. Get out of the way, fool. Alright, here we are. So we need flitch and billet. So we need 12 billet and 24 flitch. Okay, we're good in that regard. What else do we need to do? We need to go in the basement and talk to Captain Numbnuts. Here. Dude should be down here. Alright, here's the Damask sword. That's a nice sword. Your timing is perfect, just kidding. I've been following you for a while, and yes, I'm aware you have the sword. These are my followers. They have gathered here to behold my power. Is that real blood? This place looks scary. Sure, this was a good idea, so help stick with the church. Shall return to the Dark Church. So I need to kill you with this sword, and then we shall return to life before. How does Snake do it? He must be so powerful. We should worship him. Blah blah blah. I disagree. Boo. Hold my power over life and death. They are merely words to me. Follow me and be immortal. I doubt this is going to do anything. Other than that, we wake up. Again, we can deal with the body after we deal with this, because the day is almost up and we don't want to lose the chance to turn this in. That's why they lied to you, but I will never lie to you. After the Dark Ritual, our glorious conquest will commence. There he is. He's alive. He's immortal. Behold, my first disciple. Now go back home and wait for my orders. My life will never be the same. Heil Snake. Oh my god. I really like the way you did that whole death scene. It was so dramatic. Are we done here? Sure. See a little time for the final preparations, but I'm your man. Okay, okay, so help Snake with his ritual. So he'll supposedly or allegedly tell us the next part of the ritual later, I'm assuming. Let's go deal with that body after we drop off these papers. We're good on everything else. That's not too stinky. And it's pretty much useful for the graveyard. That and the fat. Pretty nice looking body you got there, bro. And then let's go ahead and fill her up, shall we? Put in the wrong one, didn't I? She gives it a 7, but that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. We'll be doing a big overhaul of the whole graveyard, which kind of makes these two marble ones kind of a moot point. Because ultimately, they're going to be swapped out anyway. For level 2 marble, if we can do it. So, alright. Let me drop off the leftovers. And then we'll get to the next step here of what we need to get done. We're gonna have to do something with all this fat, though. I think we're gonna, once we hit 30, we'll take a stack of this fat and smash it down into oil instead of buying the seed oil all the time. Because the removal of the fat actually seems pertinent to doing stuff, so not gonna lie, it kind of works just on principle. In other words, for those of you wondering, it's like, what do you mean it works on principle? It's simple. It's just you show up and do stuff, and it works. There's no gimmicks or weirdness that you have to sort out, so to speak. I don't think I made that very clear, did I? But like I said, when we're ready to upgrade the graveyard, and really, like, the other element here is if we do the big upgrade, we want to do it enough to unlock the beautiful looking headstones, right? Then we can replace the old nice headstones with those. My thing and my stance initially would be not to do that per se. Just do the base part. Just do the 1.7 out of 5. Yeah. We're still not quite there. Ooh, but we're getting a C. Oh, he's a vampire. It's like a classic horror movie. I should hurry to the village and stop him somehow. By the way, I wonder where he's hid his sleeping coffin. You shut up, past foul creature. Defend yourself. Hey, I'm talking to you. Have some respect. When you speak louder? He's deaf. World's gone crazy. Deaf vampires, garling munching vampires. What's next? Stop, you monster, and fight me. There's no point, young man. Your wife's blood doesn't suit me, and as for you, you really don't seem tasty enough. You will die a long and torturous death for your insult. You bastard, defend yourself. I admire your logic, not to mention your fervor, but if you don't leave me alone... He's not alone, both of you will both stop you. Hey guys, there's no need to kill each other. Let's talk first. Peter, this is not your business. I asked you not to bother me. I face the consequences. Oh boy. I can see that's not fair. When you escape, I know where to find you and sleep well. Where am I? Did I die? Is this heaven? Heaven, no. It's more like the opposite. This is my tent and you're alive. I remember you're a vile vampire. Wait a second. Why didn't you kill me? And, hey, you can hear me. What the hell's going on? While you were unconscious, I borrowed a part of your hearing. What? Don't worry. As you can tell, your own hearing has already regenerated. But why did you suggest I might have killed you? Because of everything. You're a monster. I know your secret and... I'm no monster. And I'm not so foolish as to kill the graveyard keeper. That would ruin everything. I had planned to do something rather naughty with you, I admit, but I have since changed my mind. You managed to track me, so you are more capable than I imagined, and you might even be useful. I won't help a vampire. I'll leave you alone for a while, calm your emotions, and shed your ridiculous delusions of heroism. Time's up. Now listen to my words and make your choice. The ancient curse, it has returned, and I must stop it before it's too late. This is my duty, as written in the ancient contract. Should I fail, 1,000 bloodthirsty zombies will flood the town and village and even your graveyard. The problem is already too advanced. I can't deal with it on my own, and I need your help, Keeper. It's all rather unexpected. I need to think. I see. You're welcome to ask any questions, but remember, we're already running short of time. What did you do to... Absolutely nothing. A little bump on the head. It was completely harmless. I suppose it might even do him some good. Anyway, he's at home, and his wife is looking after him. You've been a vampire since you were born? No, I was contaminated over 30 years ago. Some vampires kidnapped me, put me in a cage, tortured me, and did this to me. I hate my curse more than anything, but there's no cure for it. I drink blood only in the most desperate situation to avoid terrible death. Why did you attack the villagers? I didn't want to, but I'm nearly dying of hunger. If I tried to attack anyone at the camp, Teodoro would easily find me out. I remember a movie. There was a guy who drank rat blood, I do not fear death, but I cannot leave this world without fulfilling my duty. What's the ancient curse? It was laid upon us 2 centuries ago when disciples of the New Faith destroyed the ancient bridge. Departed souls could no longer find the way to the land of the dead. They grew mad in despair, returned to their bodies, and began killing everyone. The walking dead flooded the world. Only the ancient god and ancient contract saved humankind from annihilation. What is the ancient contract? It contains the list of dictates which stave off the ancient curse. It was agreed to by representatives of new and old faith and the ancient god. My brothers and I, as signatories, were obligated to follow it faithfully and execute all conditions. We did so for nearly 170 years. As you see, we eventually failed. You're even older than Moses. Not bad. I always considered it strange that graveyard keepers weren't informed of all this stuff. In the end, you're the guarantors of the contract. Why did the ancient curse return? Because the structures of the ancient contract were violated too many times. What do you mean? The Inquisition's cruelty, the cult's brutality, the ships of the dead stuck in the harbor, and most importantly, we haven't had a graveyard keeper the past 30 years. Your predecessor was killed before you, the next chosen keeper were even born. There must always be a graveyard keeper. There are always guarantors of the contract. That's why I asked when we first met about the role you play. Why won't your brothers help with the curse? This is not a time or place to discuss them. Perhaps one day. For now, know this. We can rely only on ourselves. The curses began to return after the Great Blast, and according to the information I have, the fourth keeper, your predecessor, has been killed in the Great Blast. So we must unmask the murder of the fourth keeper. Only the person who triggered the curse can stop its spread. But it looks like I'll be playing Sherlock Holmes a bit more. So there's nobody else who can help with the curse. Nobody. The other signators, signators. I'm probably saying this word wrong. Signatories are bound by a seal of silence, except for me and my brothers. But it's useless to count on them. We'll agree to help for now. I know it's not an easy decision, but it's the right one. Let's see. For starters, take these scrolls. They will help you save a lot of time traveling. Then we should. Starlock, what happened to you? Wait, I'll call the Marquis. No, never him. If he learns that I'm a vampire, he'll pierce my heart with a wooden stake with the greatest of pleasure. Blood, just a drop of blood. Please hurry. Blood, well, I doubt corpse blood is tasty, but we're out of options. Okay, so... Oh, so it's like a one-time use thing. So we need to bring him some blood. That's easy enough to do. The improvement of the place will grow. It's just very slow, it would seem. So let's head back to our base area. Maybe a body will show up by then, too. We also need to see the Inquisitor. Let's grab this one over here. We're not carrying blood on us. Some faith. That's enough to make one piece of gold. Jewelry. Just making sure. So we'll work our way up and over. There's some beeswax, just not a bee. We're getting a lot of beeswax. Let's double check what materials are in here. Yeah, they're consuming everything in there pretty quickly too. I'm wondering if we can leave them honey. We don't need all this honey. Oh, he wants a bucket of blood too. Well, we'll give him this blood. There, that's a bit better, but the taste is amazingly foul. What was it? Corpse blood? Or were you counting on me to ask a villager to volunteer its blood? Oh no, not again. Hello, diarrhea, but you're right. Thank you in spite of it all. I wish I could bring you some regularly so that you can stop bothering the villagers. That's a deal, and paying you for the service would be the honest thing, wouldn't it? I have something for you right now. It's my old vampire sun cream. You can show it to them as evidence of the vampire's demise. And then the villagers will stop worrying and you get your reward. Thank you. May I ask, why did you say Teodoro would be glad to kill you? Because it's true. But that is one of those burdens that cannot be shared. You passed out and never finished your thought. Ah, yes, you must find the vampires who captured and tortured me 30 years ago. I remember they asked me about the ancient contract and the ancient curse. I'm sure they're somehow connected to the curse and the Great Blast. Where should I start looking? Do you have the address? Do you have an address? I don't know. They sort of disappeared after the Great Blast. So the trail is cold. Let me think. Astrologer told me that the Fourth Keeper were attacked by vampires. And the Fourth Keeper. Some strange magic turned their attackers to vampire jaws. Maybe it's possible to find these jaws and disenchant them. I've heard of this place. I should inform Alaric. I know where we can start looking, but that event happened so long ago, any clues might be long gone. That's not a great problem. Borrow the Witcher's Eye from Teodoro. It's a special artifact for discovering things which are shrouded in the veils of time. Aren't you coming with me? I'm still too weak from hunger, and daylight is deadly to me. Well, if you find anything... Okay, so we need to talk to Teodoro. We need to give him blood, and we need to give him a bucket of blood. I wonder what a bucket of blood would do. Probably satisfy him, most likely, in one way or another. People, live like slaves and don't even notice. How could this happen? Alright, let's see. Ask about the Witcher's Eye. Marquis, I'd like to borrow something from you. It's the Witcher's Eye. Ulrich told you about that, didn't he? Did he? I shouldn't have trusted my secrets to that old scoundrel. Yes, I have it, but it's a precious thing to me. It's a minor technical wonder, my father's masterpiece, and it's one of a kind. I'll be careful, and I'll bring it back really soon. No, but I know what my father would have done in this situation. If you accomplish your task, if you help all these people survive, then I should give you the Witcher's Eye as a gift. Okay. So, I think we have enough to do something. I think we only needed 2 happiness. And that 2 happiness was to do what? Fence supplies for a garden. Because then they can start feeding them their fucking selves here. And that burned our happiness, so that's fine. A nice man, could you help a defenseless little woman with a huge, awful problem? Why not? Only if you tell me every little thing in detail. Oh dear Keeper, I feel so helpless, so useless, I'm about to cry every moment. I don't want him to live. Good, let's talk about it. Is there something you enjoy doing? Of course, I adore cooking raccoon thyroid stew with blackberries and oyster sauce baked with tulip flower soaked in hot cognac. Maybe I could build a kitchen for you. Cooking would cure you of your depression. Plus, your skills would be really useful for the other refugees. Hey! We can build a kitchen. Oh, that would be so darling of you. And this improved kitchen will be equal to the luxury kitchen at my former elite restaurant? Actually, I can't promise that, but I'll do my best. And we got a body, so we got to build this and head back. But we will take a moment to see what we need for this kitchen. Boom shakalaka. We got a kitchen. We got a place. Nice. Oh, happy garden. I want to see what the cooking kitchen is. So it's 3 more flitch and 12 nails. That's easy. The bed is okay. So ultimately we need 12 more flitch. So 9 flitch, 8 peat, and 12 nails. Okay, that's fine. We'll make that after we deal with the body, and if I remember to do it. You know, it all comes down to remembering to do stuff, you know. And the problem is we're gonna miss going to see the Inquisitor. We're not gonna make it back. We're not gonna make it to him in time. He'll be gone. So, well, maybe not. Not necessarily. We're gonna be cutting it real close. No, we're not gonna make it. I don't think. Well, one time you wish he had a speed potion, right? He's not that far, but at the same time, he is that far. Go this way to speed up the process here. Let's get the distinct feeling I'm not going to make it in time, because I want to say by the time it's sunset, he starts heading out. Come on, dude. Come on. Everything is ready for the next burning. Oh, good. Smells like bacon. Beer, fresh beer. Beer washes away all sins. Juicy burger, sweet as holy ecstasy. Oh my god. And it's made out of people. I'll take 2. This is the best burning I've ever been to. Mmm. Ah, tall, tasty, smoky meat. Haha. Gotta like the dark humor. Ooh, we get some faith out of it too. The town will be talking for months about today's burning day. Whenever you're ready, we should put on a repeat performance. Just get your tent ready and we'll be in business. I'm 33 silver selling beer and burgers. Okay. Ah, where are you going? Those are mine. Ah, mine. You stop sleeping around. You've been warned. I'm just walking around. There's nothing to see here. And what are you doing here? It's an ambush. I'm not an expert, but it doesn't look like an ambush to me. Inquisitor had a bad dream about this portal and the cultists. Now we're waiting here for the cultists. What cultists? Bad cultists. They're definitely connected with witches. Help me out here, Tom. They're witch cultist bastards. They want to kill our beloved king. If they win, they'll get an end to the great... They'll put an end to the Great Inquisition. Yeah, we'll lose their jobs. Maybe you're a cultist. No, I'm the graveyard keeper and I'm leaving. I can't check the pedestal while they're here. Okay, so... something to keep in mind. What are the portal guards for? Monsignor, do you think the guards here at Witch Hill are really necessary? I'm not sure, but the town is full of rumors. Someone has been seeking forbidden knowledge. Damn heretics. Last time their dark rituals here on the mountain ended with a great blast. We can't be too careful about such things. I can look after the hill. I'll let you know if I see anyone come by. You guard ambush is obvious from a mile away. Right, but are you worthy of this sacred trust? I can prove that I'm loyal. I'm sure I can show you that I can be trusted well enough to look after Witch Hill. Indeed, perhaps one day I shall embrace you as an Inquisitor apprentice. Meanwhile, I'll await your reports. Okay, so that's all there is there, and we can't do anything more. If we want to run the buffet, we have to actually have the beer and burgers of the high levels, so chances are we're not going to do this again. Too much effort. We're at 43 silver, so we should, by the next Sunday, have enough silver to pay off Cresvold to do his part for the donkey quest. Well, let's go deal with that body, because it's probably bad now. Which is fine. You know, at least we got this much out of it. Sun cream for vampires. We have enough faith, actually, to build the windows. Now that I'm thinking about it. So that's a good thing, too. Hopefully this body is in relatively good condition. So we can put it in the graveyard, because we don't have a lot of room for inventory stuff. Yeah, it's graveyard worthy. We'll take some blood. We'll take some fat. We'll put the body in the ground, and then we'll go into the church and drop stuff off in the church area. I think we have a bucket of blood just sitting there. So we'll grab that. And now that we know that we need that, we might... And we need some fletch and some peat. And I forgot the other element. Why am I taking this body inside the church? And then let's gravestone it up. And we've got 1, 2, 3 gravestones left, plus those 2. So we should have enough for everything here. Drop that off. Let's take this bucket of blood. Ooh! I have a green jelly. Why? It's just been sitting in there the whole time. Okay. Okay. Alright. What was I doing else down here? Oh, yeah. Drop the paperwork off. Hold on to the sticks. This is all stuff we gotta kind of take with us. So we'll take the bee upstairs. We'll leave the scroll of teleportation kind of elsewhere. They're disposable, so I don't want to use them until we absolutely have to. We could make the gold pieces that are necessary for the window. We need to oh, glass. We need to do glass. We need to get that going. So out of the fancy hops, so let's just craft regular beer. So eventually we're going to probably buy that bar from the tavern keeper, but we'll worry about that later. We need to make regular glass, and I don't know if we're even sitting on regular glass. Oh, we got some. So, okay. Let's just make the jewelry. And to be honest, I don't remember what the other equipment was. Alright. Not enough energy. We'll rest, actually, so that way we don't get the sleeping penalty. And we'll figure... Like I said, we're going to stockpile a ton of beer, so that way, when we do... If we do the tavern, I have a feeling we're going to need booze. So at least we'll have a ton of it by that juncture, right? I'm so refreshed, finally. Do you really need to say every time how refreshed you are? What are you doing here? We've got a big problem. Well, no vampire hunter is headed for your graveyard. And he's going to kill me, and he'll probably burn down the church, too. Why is a vampire hunter after you? It seems I got carried away showing off my powers over life and death. And one of my cultists turned out to be dumb and chatty. So it's hard to find good help these days. What are we going to do? We need to set a trap near Witch Hill on the road to the graveyard. We'll make it look like an accident. Wait, what? Why is this 10 again? I've already set up a distraction for him at the town brothel. So there's a little time, but not much. I'll be waiting for you on Witch Hill right up the road. Okay. What the fuck, Snake? Oh no, it shows him big there, so help Snake with a trap near Witch Hill. So, okay, number one, I'm gonna finish what I was working on, then we'll go over to Witch Hill and see what the fuck's going on. And we need to dump stuff off at the house that we're not using at this exact moment, like the bee. So we got a bee in there. So they put the bee in there. Strangely enough, everything else we kind of need. Well, we need to make that omelet. Let's put that in there for now, too. Alright, let's see what the hell's going on. Giggity goo. I'm gonna head up here. I don't see Snake anywhere. Figures. He needs a little bit of this, so let's grab some while we're up here. Okay. I don't see him anywhere around here. Oh, Snake, you're such a douchebag. Maybe he'll only show up at night. Still makes him a douchebag. Probably not over here. What is this? Is this marble? That's interesting. Oh, guys, there's an easy way to get marble, apparently. This really? Yeah, this looks like marble. Didn't see snake anywhere, so maybe we gotta go along the path. We need peat while we're here. We need 8 pieces of it. I don't know where that jackass is. Our guy is really concerned. He doesn't seem to show up. Okay, well, I'm not going to dick around with this guy right now. He may only show up too on his specific day, so that might be part of it. So let's get back to what we were doing. I'd like to, before it's daytime, get the windows put in. At least one of them. And see how many we can actually build. Because you don't, it seems like you don't really know until you attempt it. And as far as the faith goes, we can unlock some more stuff that way. So let's head over to the church. We'll deal with that later. So what does it take to make this window that we do not have? Okay, 5 complex parts and 4 glass. So 5 complex parts and 4 glass. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if we can make multiple, we'll deal with that later, but we don't have enough to make it a second time over, because we don't have a reliable source of gold yet. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is probably the only one we're going to be able to make right away. So, they make it look like you can put it where these windows are, but they don't fit. So the only place you can legitimately put it is like right here. So there's really only one spot for it. Alright. There's an upgrade for us. May as well hang out for a little bit, because we gotta do the thingy. We can also check, yeah, I was thinking about this. Get aristocratic papers, and I have accepted an invitation. Not really much to trade. I mean, we could buy candles from him, but we would need 12, so that's 12 silver. And that may not give us that big of a boost. I mean, we could try it. Well, no, we'll just wait on that. I'd rather just wait. So in order to that, we need 12 gold, which we're not even close to doing yet. Okay. Got a lot of work cut out for us for that. I'd like to say a few words. Bullshit, 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 bullshit with a side of bullshit. And boom goes the dynamite. Nice. That's pretty good. And that's enough to pay Cresvold. So let's go in the basement and do our research studying first. And then we'll work on heading north, I think, to fulfill those requirements. / double check on them. Let's study the sword. Damn. I can't believe we don't have anything else to study for a minute, but right now we don't. Okay, that's fine. We'll figure it out later. Let's store the faith here. Let's store the beeswax. Actually, we should just process these into candles now. That way we know how many we have. So that's 8 candles of the 12 that we need. We'll leave these here. Well, we need fletch. So we need, I think, 12 total fletch. So we just need a 9er of that. Okay. I'm trying to think to myself of what else we need. We need to visit Miss Charm on her day, so that'll eat up some activity time. Really quick, let's convert these buckets of water into beer. That's pretty literal too. That'll get us at least 2 more batches of beer going. Why am I walking around with that? Okay. It's fine. I feel like I'm missing something and oh, nails. We need 12 nails. I keep forgetting to get eggs. Then a part of me is also wondering if that's really what we need to do. And we get a bee. Really quick, let me grab a bee from up here. So I don't forget this one. No bee. We have enough happiness to do the bed. We have the materials for this, but not the happiness, so we'll have to wait for that to either max out or we do this. Boom. Okay, so we need to bring 24 seeds for them to grow anything here. Or wheat. Wheat would be good. Wheat is cheap. So we might work on that at some point here. Their food supply is not great, but it's going. They're not really eating the honey. At least so far it would seem. Alright, let's head back. Got a bee. Two bees. Oh man. 4. We have 6 bees. So you do get bees from those. That's good to know. It's a shame we don't get them more often. Well, it's nighttime, so we're not going to bother. Okay. We'll might get another one of those hives going, because we really need to get that freaking hive setup going if we want to make more candles all the time. Since incense didn't seem that difficult. You know, I forgot to drop the blood off. Well, crap baskets. Okay, but it gives me some time to think here. And the thought process is going to amalgamate to... dropping these off. Let's take these and put them in the basement for now. And we need to figure out who wants to know about the vampires. We need to go see Horadric. Okay. And like I said, we need to start putting bodies back out as well. It gives us income. There's our 12 candles for the next holy day. Okay. Let's go see the vampire dude. Since I forgot to do my thing up there. What is this? Ooh. Oh, there's really nothing new here. Okay, never mind. Getting excited for nothing. Alright, back at the camp. Give him the bucket of blood. Teodora doesn't know what we're doing here. And oh, okay, so he gives us a scroll of teleportation, I think, for doing that. Okay. I don't see Teodora anywhere. Which doesn't help what I wanted to do. He's not really anywhere. Nowhere to be found. So here's what we'll do. We'll go to town. We'll turn in stuff with Horadric. And then we'll maybe see Cresvold while we're in town. Turn that in. Okay, after we deal with Cresvold, we'll go to the farm and buy 24 of something if we can get it. 24 seeds of some vegetable. That's not carrots. We need those carrots. Donkey's a bastard. We need those carrots. So we'll head to town. As well as put carrots in. We also might need to look at growing carrots in a little bit too. Because we're down to our last 10 in here. I think we might have one or two more we might have one semi-stack in the house, but running low on carrots is bad. Because that means we can't get more bodies. Luckily, we have lots of peat and fertilizer and everything to make it, so as many carrots as we want. We've got the money, so that too is not an issue. We might want to buy seeds just in case. So we'll buy 24 carrot seeds for ourselves and use whatever else we're sitting on. Of course he's not out yet. Sleeping bastard. He'll probably come out as soon as I walk up here. This has happened to us once or twice. Let's walk a little bit out of his spawning range. And then boom shakalaka, the bastard shows up. This time he's not. Alright, well, we'll come back. We'll do our other little tasks we were going to do in town first. Alright. Let's see Miss Charm first. I have some questions. Oh no, never mind. So we need to do the perfume, and that's the catching of the fucking frogs, which we don't even know how to do. Who am I to judge? In old days, our people arranged fights to the death just for entertainment. I don't support the burning. For me, it's always a way to sell beer. Perhaps even people even told me that you serve better beer than I do here, but I don't believe them. It's actually pretty good. I can bring you some. Oh, we don't have any Gold Star beer, so we'll have to work on that. Give him Alaric Sun Cream. Take it from the course of the vampire. You did it amazing. You have helped us enormously. Oh, thank you, thank you. Our village is grateful to you, our hero. What you have done here today will not be forgotten. That's cool to hear. So my reward. Oh, sorry, I entirely forgot. I must warn you that the economic situation in our village is not the best. Roderick, my reward. The town's duties have increased, and your harvest has been good for us these past few years. Roderick! Here it is. 50 silver. A sad day when even heroes can't show compassion for the common villager. Get fucked, Roderick. And also, we'll take our other money. For the bodies. So we're actually sitting on a plentiful pile of silver here to our first gold farthing. If you want to call it that, I just like the name. Alright, we need to finish up here. So we'll turn in this thing for Cresvold. While we're here. Here's your money. Come back tomorrow, or better yet, don't come back at all. Okay, so we'll come back on Merchant Day. We could also talk to the merchant. Pick up anything else we want. And really quick, let's see if we can get some freaking seeds. Specifically carrot, if we can get it. There's the fucking prick. Sleeps all day. Lazy bastard. Alright, what can we get a lot of? Well, we can get 24 wheat seeds and 24 cabbage seeds. So let's do 24 wheat seeds. Let's do 24 beet seeds. So we have these ready to go. And then we'll do 28, just buy them all. 29 carrot seeds. I'm sure we have some extras back at the farm. So let's grab that. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. And so here's the deal, guys. We're running over, and I hate running over like we do so often, but I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/EctarStudios, for more live gaming action. When we come back, we've got a body to bury, and we also got some bodies to deal with. So, well, we got a body to deal with, and we also have some farming coming up. So again, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.